All right, guys, today I understand there are some people who are having trouble with the slide and divide rule here. Sometimes it can be really tricky. Now, step one, I would always write A, B, and C at the top, because step two is going to involve us kind of making a kind of spot for us to put these numbers in, right? We're trying to find two numbers that add and multiply to specific things. So we're trying to find two numbers that add to your B term. The same two numbers are going to multiply to your A times your C. Now, if we look at this, our B term is right here. It is 7. So I'm going to put 7 right there. Our A times C term, which would be A times C, which is 3 times 2, which would be 6. Now we're trying to find two numbers that multiply to 6 that add to 7. Well, you can think about all the different numbers that do that, but it's kind of simple to think about. I know 1 times 6 equals 6, and 1 plus 6 equals 7. So I'm going to put 1 plus 6 and 1 times 6. Or you can write it backwards and say 6 plus 1 and 6 times 1. Once we've done that, we're going to drop them into our factored form. So x plus 1, x plus 6, like that. But we have a slide and divide part here. So what you're going to do, this is the last part, is you take your A term here, this 3, and you're going to slide it and divide it. What that means is you're going to take these two numbers and divide it by your A term. You're going to simplify the fraction if you can. So this is essentially 1/3. If you notice, 1/3 is a fraction that can't really be simplified. So 3 cannot go into 1. So then you just take the 3 and put it in front. So it'll be 4. Sorry, why did I put 4? It'll be 3 x plus 1. Here, 6 divided by 3 will be 2. So it'll be x plus 2. And this is your answer. That's an easier case. So typically, if there's a fraction, the bottom part you put in front if it can't be simplified. Simplifying is the hard part here. Now, I'm going to start this calculator just so we can see in a second. All right, let's try number 7. Number 7 is very hard. All right, it doesn't look like that, but it kind of is, and I'll show you why. So step 1, write out ABC. Something plus something that equals your B term, but the same two terms multiply to your A times your C. In this case, our B term is here. It is 17. That lagged a little bit. Let's erase that. All right, 17. Our A times C, which is right here, is 10 times 3, which is 30. So you got to think about two numbers that multiply to 30 that add to 17. If you're quick, you might think about 2 and 15. 2 and 15, because 2 times 15 equals 30, and 2 plus 15 equals 17, if I'm doing that correctly. All right, so then we're going to have x plus 2 and x plus 15. Now, here's where the hard part comes in, because we're going to do our slide and divide part. So we're going to take 10 and slide and divide it. So divide this by 10 and divide this by 10. Now, obviously, 2 over 10 will give you a fraction, versus if it's 10 over 2, it'd be very simple. Well, think about the fraction 10 over, or 2 over 10. This will simplify. Is there a number that can go into 2 and into 10? Yeah, 2 can go into both of these numbers. 2 would go into 2 one time. 2 goes into 10 5 times. So technically, this would be x plus 1/5. Here, we would have 15 over 10. Well, we'd have to simplify this one. Is there a number that can go into 15 and into 10? 5 can. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 5 goes into 10 2 times. So then this would be x plus 3/2. Now, another way to do that is that if you use your calculator, everyone should have this calculator on their computer. If I do something like this and just do 2 divided by 10, simplifies it right away for me. If I do 15 divided by 10, simplified, just like that. Now, we can't leave these as fractions, so what do? Once again, we kind of slide and divide. If there's a bottom part here, you throw it in front. Throw it in front. So your final answer here should actually be 5, and we're actually using u's, not x's, so it'll be 5u plus 1 and 2u plus 3. And that is the answer. And hopefully that was helpful for you guys.